we could go to the local train station, the Long Island Railroad station, because this person, maybe they commute in and out of New York City, that sort of thing. Put an undercover person watching the house from a block away. There's so many things you could do. You don't have to be a rocket scientist. And this state trooper, she gets the job, she does this, and she does it very, very quickly. And it's like, boom, if this could have been acted on years earlier, we don't know, it may have saved some other person's life. But
it was if you know, and all of us deal with computers,
right?
It was the simple way that it was run. Was it run as a passenger vehicle, or was it run as a truck, or was it run as an SUV? Apparently, however this female investigator from the state police ran it, boom, she came up with the green Chevy Avalanche and Rex Heuermann. And for 12 years, they couldn't find the owner of this car, who turns out to be the serial killer, and they couldn't find the car or where it came back to. But yet, folks, listen to this, and a lot of people following this case know that the cell site information pinged lots of times in Massapequa Park, where this 6'6" 300-pound ogre lived, and sometimes in Amityville, where there was a hotel where people would bring escorts to. And they had all of this information, like you said, Mike. If the potential serial killer lived in Massapequa Park and they knew that he had a green Chevy Avalanche, why couldn't they have just canvassed the Long Island Railroad station in Massapequa? And, if you see a guy like that, don't jump him. Just see who he is. Get the license plate of his car. Do a background on him. Now, put him under surveillance. I mean, it sounds so simple now. Why didn't they do this? But in 12 years, they couldn't solve this case. But in 2 months, they did. So that points, again, to the defense that's going to be raised by Michael Brown, who you see on this screen. These are all great reasons he's going to go with that defense, because I don't think he has much else to go with, because there's tons of evidence. Let me play this, Mike.
Has now been behind bars for 9 months following his 2023 arrest for the Gilgo Beach killings. Today, he appeared in court where his lawyers made new requests to the judge. CBS 2's Jennifer McLogan has details.
Asa Ellerup, the estranged wife of Rex Heuermann, exchanged glances with the suspected serial killer during a Riverhead court appearance. The former Manhattan architect appeared handcuffed in a wrinkled suit.
He is not the guy. He said that over and over. He wants to get to trial.
But first, defense attorneys want all files from the FBI pertaining to other possible leads and suspects that may have been dismissed as irrelevant.
Our information and belief is the Suffolk County Police Department, especially with Chief Burke in charge, and the FBI were butting heads. And to some extent, I think Chief Burke was suppressing the investigation.
Former Suffolk Chief James Burke has since served time in prison for beating and cover-up, later arrested for public lewdness. His attorney says the serial killer defense is grasping at straws. Heuermann's lawyers also want more from the DA on a former police officer suspect with the initials WH, a belt with those initials found on a victim.
7,000 pages with regard to other persons of interest.
The DA says all their documentation is being disclosed, DNA, lab reports, background checks, including Heuermann's 422 smart devices seized during raids allegedly used to contact and research sex workers.
Digital devices. So you're talking about phones, laptops, CDs.
Heuermann's pleaded not guilty to the murders of 4 women whose nude bodies wrapped in burlap were found in shallow graves near Gilgo Beach in 2010. Inside the Riverhead jail, Heuermann now visits chapel and invites prayer, according to the Suffolk County Sheriff.
Clerics or religious professionals come in to his housing area, and so it's more of a one-on-one in a more private location.
The judge wants all the discovery material, a voluminous amount, to be handed over to the defense by the end of July, before a future trial date can even be considered for the accused Gilgo Beach serial killer. On Long Island, Jennifer McLogan, CBS 2 News.
The remains of 11 people were found near Gilgo Beach between 1996 and 2011. Heuermann has been linked to 4 victims.
So, Mike, there you go. I mean, so again, predictable. Michael Brown, of course, he went right to James Burke. And that is going to be what this defense is all about. It's going to be all about James Burke.